Right, Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Kodash, the Bahanas, and to the apostles, and the others, a great millstone, to determine this truth, and the sincere peace, blessings, and salutations to your Akim across the four corners of the earth, pushing this knowledge and the truth and the sincerity. It's the brother Barzal from the GMS Arizona camp, Lord Will, with another quick lesson to edify. All right, this lesson. I just want to speak on a few words on Brother Polight and the conscious community, okay? The so-called black conscious community, which is a complete joke and a big mess, all right? And I watched a lot of brothers' videos going into this topic, and I've been following this closely, since ultimately the initial charges were brought up against Brother Polight 2 years ago. And he had been dragging this thing on, but I've been going to this channel called Trip C's Playhouse, right? Let's get it. This one right here. And she had been going in on Brother Polight, tracking him every time he goes live. She goes live. And, just putting out videos, as you can see here. You go to her lives, she just constantly going in on this nigga every time he goes live, because she had been following all of the scamming and everything that he has been doing and wanted to see this man go down. And so, I check out Sarnetta. I'm like, I want to hear what he has to say about this whole thing, man. And this just proves that the whole conscious community is a big fucking joke. All it is, all that we're seeing in the conscious community right now is all of these men trying to wash their hands clean of any association with Brother Polight. What they're doing is trying to prove that they were never cool with Brother Polight and to what level of relationship they had with him to try to clear themselves and their names from any association with this man after he has been accused of what he's been accused of, after he pled guilty to what he pled guilty to. Now, I'm going to play a little bit of this video, fair use on this, just, because it shows just what a joke the conscious community is. But the water Yahweh Shem Yahweh for bringing forth judgment, because the main thing is just because these men try to clear their name of association with Brother Polight, it doesn't clear their name with Yahweh Shem Yahweh. And the same judgment that came down on Brother Polight, is going to come down upon them. Not saying that they are going to get accused of the same thing, but the fact that that was the judgment of the Lord that came down on Polight, the judgment of the Lord is coming for them too. All right, because they continue to offend, they continue to deny the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. They continue to cast doubt upon what we teach. They continue to mock. And the Heavenly Father is gonna get every last one of them for that. So nobody is getting away with anything, regardless how many minds you change about your association with Brother Polight. You didn't change the mind of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and he is constantly, let's get it, bringing his judgment to light. Zephaniah 3:5, it says, the just Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, is in the midst thereof. He will not do iniquity. Every morning doth he bring his judgment to light. He faileth not, but the unjust knoweth no shame. And that's the conscious community. They don't know any shame. Sarnetta, the majority of his platform, is putting out videos denying the teachings of the Hebrew Israelites, mocking the teachings of the Bible, mocking the God of the Bible, mocking Yahweh Yahweh Shai. That's the majority of his platform. They know of no shame. All these niggas is doing is a community of backbiters, scammers, just niggas, that's constantly at war with one another, trying to get an upper hand on the next man, and constantly backstabbing one another. And then they'll come back together, and then they'll try to figure out a way to get some more money and backstab one another again, and rinse and repeat. That's what these people do. All right. So the Lord brought his judgment to light this morning by Brother Polight being sentenced to 7 years. And it's gonna happen. It's gonna continue because that judgment is gonna, the Lord took he took their head away. He took their head away first. And how do you kill a snake, man? You take the head off first, and then the body dies. Well, that's what the Lord is getting ready to do to this conscious community and all of those that mock the true men of the Lord, that offended the little ones. All right, so let's play a little bit of this clip, man, just to show how much of a joke this conscious community is, and then I'm gonna grab a few more precepts and close out.
Said he was gonna be cool, and then the scams got to a few $1,000s. We ongoing conversations.
So Minister Inky, comes on to the Sanetta's live stream, and everybody want to act so pitiful and sorrowful towards Linda, who was the mother of the little girl that got taken advantage of by Polight. Everybody want to act all sorrowful for her now, but these are the same niggas this whole last 2 years is still having Polight on their platforms, trying to get money with him. All these men are just opportunists, you see. But he had Inky come on, and I'm gonna just play this exchange, and then I'm gonna grab a few precepts, because these niggas their hands aren't clean of the offense, the blasphemies against Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, and that's what they need to be more concerned with. Not cleaning their hands of association with Brother Polight. They need to be repenting and clearing their name with Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Okay, because that's the real danger. And Brother Polight is gonna experience that. So check it out.
That a parent could ever experience.
With on you. Never, brother. Just because you don't do that to no man. If you are a man in this
and this
world,
nigga's a hypocrite, because he's talking about like, yeah, what they, accusing a man of what Polight, went down for. You don't do that to no man. When you holding the camera, when y'all came down to all up in the elder and apostles' face, with that viral video talking and accusing the men of GMS, of being, pedophiles and shit like that. Weren't you the one man in the camera? Didn't that shit go up on your platform and go viral? These niggas is hypocrites, man. You see? Listen to this.
I mean, you have children, and this is the worst nightmare that a parent could ever experience.
Right. It's not a game when people play games with molestation, like a lot of people do today. They play games with it. And they say, oh, Sanetta molested a little girl. Sanetta did this too when he was 33 and the girl was 15. That is not a game to play with. You don't do that to no man. If you are...
So why'd you do it to us? See? These conscious community, cats are just a bunch of niggas, man. They're a bunch of niggas. This is Proverbs 19:5. It says, a false witness shall not be unpunished, and he that speaketh lies shall not escape. You niggas is liars, man. You're false witnesses. Y'all made the whole world out to believe that the men of Great Millstone are pedophiles and rapists, and none of us are. And y'all didn't come out on your platform saying y'all don't be saying that, y'all wrong. Like, you shouldn't put that on no man. Nah, nigga, you never put out that video. Y'all let that shit live. And that's why judgment must go forth towards each and every one of you niggas. Nigga on the platform talking about, y'all told me that I did this and did that. You don't put that on no man. That's very serious. But why'd y'all do it to the men of the Lord? Now the Lord is exonerating his men. You know, now the restitution is coming back to his men and the punishments to you people. That's why everybody is starting to associate this whole Brother Polight thing back with the men of GMS, starting with our elder and apostles. That's why they're associating this thing right back with us, man. And it's wiping our hands clean because Yahweh Shema Shai is going to justify his men. Because what we did is his will. What we did was teach his word in the 100% truth. Proverbs 19:5, a false witness shall not be unpunished, and he that speaketh lies shall not escape. That's why that nigga Brother Polight, well, you know, the Lord is long suffering. He allowed that nigga to live, you know, to exist, and kind of felt like he got away. The nigga ran to Hollywood and started getting money, said fuck you niggas, all that conscious shit he threw out the door. Start running around with white women, start running around with the, you know, the JOOs, having a good old time, man, living that celebrity life. He ain't give a fuck about no black woman or no niggas once that money start coming in. You see, and the Lord let him live for a little bit, live it up. But now what? This nigga going to jail with that tag on him, that men in the jail, when they get their hands on him, ain't no telling what the Lord got in store for this man once he go behind them walls. So you niggas is not going to escape, regardless of how y'all try to wipe your hands clean of association with Brother Polight. You're still guilty in the eyes of Yahweh Shema Shai. One more scripture. You niggas is not gonna get away with what you've done, man. Matthew 7:2, it says, For with what judgment ye judge, ye shall be judged, and with what measure ye meet, it shall be measured to you again. All right, and this is what we're seeing, man. This is the mockery is now on you, Brother Polight. Now your head is plastered all over YouTube on these videos and shit where your shame is being shown to the whole world, man. This goes into Proverbs, the 1st chapter. You know, the Lord is mocking as your fear cometh, man. The whole world is mocking you now. When you were mocking us, falsely accusing us of something, and the world was trying to mock us, now the whole world is mocking you niggas. Matthew 7:2, For with what judgment ye judge, ye shall be judged. And with what measure ye meet, it shall be measured to you again, man. And there you go, you know. So again, man, my bad, Salaki. Let this video play, and then I'm gonna grab another precept and close out.
You don't do that to no man. If you are a man in this world and you claim to be a doctor, the last thing you do is put that on another man. It's like wishing an innocent man go to jail for life. You know, men don't do that. Even if we have a beef, Inky, with each other, I would never put that on you. Never, brother. Just because we banging on each other on something like that, because we know that this right here, this situation is very serious. And to
Can I respond?
Yes, I'm gonna let you respond.
Yeah.
Link up with people who hate me and people who bang on me is not a good thing. Go ahead and respond, bro.
You know, there's a time when you said you took Dr. Sebi products and it almost killed you.
And I still stand on that.
Hold on.
Yes.
There's a time when you got angry with me, and because you was angry with me, you said, Inky, your products almost killed me. And it was really Dr. Sebi products he was talking about. So I'm just giving you a reference to a time when you said something very egregious about me with reckless abandon, and you didn't hit the brakes twice or slow down or hit a speed bump. But I do understand your sentiment, and I do think that this is a very important situation and a trying time for the whole entire community.
Is that why you struck back or something, though, brother Inky?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear what you said.
I said, is that why you came back at me with that whole pedophilia thing, or you said it because you know it's a fact that's what happened?
No, well, here's what I said on Garfield platform.
No. I want you to answer my question.
Can we just
The same question popped up, and here's my thing.
Go ahead.
And you know, obviously, he just took the plea deal, so this is going to be an ongoing conversation. But here's what I said on Garfield platform. I said, there's a side of this where people could say that Sarnetta had nothing to do with this. I disagree with that side of the argument, but I do understand there's an argument for that. But I think the counter argument is this. Over the time, if we look back in hindsight, we see that the things that Polight has done to the community started out very small, and they kind of grew over time and over time. And the thing where people are putting you in the line of fire is that every time he, maybe the scam was for a few $100s, but then you brought him back after a while because he said he was going to be cool. And then the scams got to a few $1,000s and you brought him back because he said he was going to be cool.
Yeah, so it take a certain type of nigga to watch somebody scam their own community that they so-called uplifting and still rock with that nigga. Regardless if you got your hand in on the scam, you blatantly see this shit happening. You see people on the internet pleading and saying like, man, this dude got me. They upset that, they gave up their last, as far as their savings, thinking they're going to get a certain product or a certain service that they never got. And you still inviting them on your platform. You still rocking with them. This is the type of niggas that are, the piranhas and sharks, man, that are so-called the conscious community. You see what I'm saying? Why would you still rock with a nigga like that? That says something about your character.
And right up until he robbed you, and I remember, I was there when he ran off with all that money from the Hebrew Israelite debate. That's when you drew the line in the sand, and then you said what you said, but later on you recanted and then continued to work with him. And I'm saying,
I'm asking you about something else, because brother, you work with him too, brother. You was with him way more than I was. I was only with him when I would film him and we would do documents. You know that. I wasn't going around the world with him. I never been on the plane with him. I never slept at his house. You did all of those things, brother. Inky. You slept on the.
He never slept at my house, and he slept at.
Well, can we do this? I gotta jump in, please. Just respectfully.
Because he's not going to come back. I got him right here, right now, and it's good that we having this discussion because.
No, I could come back at a scheduled appointed time, and we could have a discussion if you want. I'm with that.
So are you?
Yeah, that'll be good.
So before you go, can you state for the people right now that you know for surety that I was with a girl by the name of Nikki at the age?
Bruh, you see how they ended? It's like, well, that nigga never slept at my house. Well, I never slept at his house. You was with that nigga way more than me. I was only with him when I was filming. You see how ridiculous this shit is? See, that's why I'm saying the conscious community is a big fucking joke. The whole game now is trying to disassociate yourself with Brother Polight. And there's too many receipts out there on the internet, but at the end of the day, the judgment is going to come from Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man. You need to be trying to disassociate yourself with that. The scoffing, the scorning, okay, the shit talking about the Lord, that's what's going to bring forth the judgment. Fuck Brother Polight. And a few more scriptures, man. I'm going to just grab this as a matter of fact and close out. This is Matthew 18:6. It says, but whoso shall offend one of these little ones which believe in me, the Hebrew Israelites, okay? Primarily here at Great Millstone and those that teach the same doctrine. It says, it were better for him that a millstone were hanged about his neck and that he would drown in the depth of the sea. All right. For all you conscious niggas, you Sarnettas, you Minister Inkies, and everybody else there's roaming around in that congregation of the dead, talking shit about the Hebrew Israelites, the men of GMS, and what we teach when we're coming straight out of the Bible in truth and in sincerity. The Lord's going to destroy you, man. He's going to punish you. But better if you hung a millstone around your neck, man, and drown in the depth of the sea than to talk shit about us, man. So beware, of what you're doing with your time and with your platform, and understand that your day is coming. Your day is coming, just like the day finally came for Brother Polight, man. And that nigga's judgment is just beginning. The Lord gonna do a number on that man, and it's gonna be an example to all of you that speak out against the prophets of the Lord. So with that, Lord willing, this was edifying. Shalom.